The city says this fencing is part of a larger plan to improve this entire walkway, which connects downtown all the way to Bell Park.
They've responded by installing heavy-duty locks, placing security here overnight, and installing these cameras on every floor.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on Channel 5 News at 4. I'm Stephanie Bertini.
And I'm Polo Sandoval. We started mission this afternoon where police are investigating a shooting.
Channel 5's Erica Proffer says her story now is a cry to the Mexican government. Erica's live with the details.
I understand that there was some questions that you just couldn't get the postal inspectors to answer. Here's a few tips. Never leave valuables like purses and wallets in your vehicle. Latex gloves like these. This is what the card looks like. The police chief says it's one way the department is working to let students know.
I want to point out this area over my shoulder here. We're zooming in to what Border Patrol calls the Sally Port. I just got off the phone with Border Patrol spokesperson Henry Mendiola. He confirms Border Patrol agents took 21 undocumented immigrants into custody. Dina, I'm live standing in front of what used to be a gas station. Just take a look at this. Literally reduced to nothing but debris. I mean, this is just, I'm taking this in because we just got here. We just set up the live truck. I'm taking a look at the damage. Absolutely severe. Let's pan so we can show you. Cars tossed like toys.
We are in hurricane season, and generally there is no significant disturbance right now. Here's a look at the tropics. If you have your loved ones out there, let them know that they can track information, weather information, using their phones, using their iPads, their tablets. We have the up-to-date information, all this weather information online. Also images that help you kind of see the scope of the situation out there. 95 is your high, 77 degrees is your low. You have that chance of showers into Monday. A big story making sports headlines today in the Valley. Killer Bees calling it quits. Our Joel Villanueva has been tracking this story. He's been all over it. And Joel, finally the official announcement made today.
Yeah, that's right, Steph. A big story for the Valley.
We have some new information on a health concern affecting the PSJ school district. District officials just posted this letter. Well, some unexpected visitors showed up at a neighborhood in Edinburgh today.
This story absolutely noble. Check this out. We have.
I mean, I don't mean to laugh, but it's a little bit peculiar and it's out of the ordinary. And as a reporter,
heading back into the newsroom now after the break, a big announcement for us here at Channel 5, one that means more news for you. Stay with us.
And here at the Orange County Warehouse, the toys are divided by gender. You can see there's still a lot of room in here, and there's still a few days left to donate. If you can see the posted speed limit on Edwood Ranch Road, it's 40 miles per hour. And investigators say that they are certain that BMW driver was going much faster than that when the wreck happened. Reporting live in Orange County, I'm Stephanie Bertini, Channel 9 Eyewitness News. One way to protect yourself is to pay close attention to what these machines are supposed to look like. In these cases, investigators say something was different. And investigators have been focusing on different areas here on 18th Street. And right now you see them focusing on that specific area near the stop sign. This is where investigators say those shots were fired.
The price of a single ticket, just $2. Quick pics, please.
Yes, Doc.
Thank you. The chances of actually hitting every number, 1 in 292 million. Thank you. But with this jackpot being the biggest in history, that small chance is hard for almost anybody to pass up. We found this piece of glass not far from the parking spot of the vehicle of that victim you just heard from. And we've reached out to police to find out exactly how many other vehicles in this lot were hit.
Here's where that bench was. You can still see where it was bolted down to the concrete.
Miami-Dade Fire Rescue was called to a business down this road.
And Stephanie, we know just moments ago you spoke with police.
Yeah, Keith, right now we're standing right across from the high school. You could see the yellow tape here blocking off Northwest 17th Avenue and Northwest 38th Street. And this is where investigators say it all went down. Now, we know this red vehicle was involved. Investigators say the driver of the red vehicle you see in the video, the owner, her trainee, and that little boy followed the suspect that way.
to this wall, and then they say he took off running in that direction, jumped that wall. That's when they lost him.
Florida is dangerously behind in the adoption of key basic highway safety laws. The report grades all 50 states and the District of Columbia and distracted driving.
We're going to start off with a look at I-95. This is our camera at Northwest 54th Street. The camera's pointed southbound. Northbound a little slow and go because we do have that volume on the roads, but nothing major affecting the flow of things. A couple incidents in the viewing area. So as Jamie mentioned, this is creating quite an issue for drivers. Let's start off with what's closed. That's Northwest 12th Ave between Northwest 7th and Northwest 11th Street. That's the area that's closed specifically because of this investigation. I have an alternate for you recommending Northwest 17th Avenue. That's a way to get around this because what you're going to see is a lot of yellow tape and a lot of closures on those side streets. This is a busy part of Miami for those of you who drive it regularly, so you do want to consider this alternate if you're about to hit the road. Time check 5:51. Let's get to the map so I can give you some drive times. The Dolphin westbound I-95 to Northwest 72nd, so right by the Palmetto, you're looking at 23 minutes. The Palmetto northbound, it's about a 24-minute drive, and that's going to be from Northwest 25th, that Doral area where you will catch the typical traffic towards the big curve. Drive safe, everyone.